listening to The Watchers, a show where two women from opposite ends of New Jersey watch movies and TV about teen pregnancies, stomach blockages, sterno-burns, gunshot wounds, alcohol intoxication, bar fights, subway track falls, cardiac arrest, fever and pneumonia, being too sleepy, crushed fingers, severe nausea and vomiting, gallstone pain, weed gummies, fentanyl overdoses, scooter crashes, pneumonia, blood infections, severe headaches, low potassium, sickle cell, being trapped in an electric dog shock collar, asthma flare, getting a nail gun to the chest, heart attack.
That was a good one.
Acid reflux, cockroach in ear, brain parasite, laceration from a wine bottle, postpartum hemorrhages, opioid withdrawal.
How long am I gonna let this go on for?
Burst esophagus, dog walking injury, forklift
I
accident.
feel like I should interrupt at some point, because this could be the whole episode.
Well, and then we get to the mass casualty alert, and I got bummed out. And so the mass casualty
we don't need
incident,
to list all of them.
And so I figured that's where we'd pause. But I did tell everybody I would list every injury. Though by the end, like once you get past the mass casualty incident, and we wouldn't list all of those, but really the only one I think really worth remark at that point is the last one, which
Fork
is
in face?
Fork in face.
Yeah.
So,
a classic.
yeah. So that's just to catch everybody up on season 1 of The Pitt.
Yeah.
What a
Now
show.
we're back. I'm Jodie.
I'm Andrea.
And we watched season 2, episode 1 of The Pitt.
7 a.m.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
We're back in Pittsburgh. We got some actual exterior Pittsburgh footage.
I know. It's nice to see.
It's exciting. Yeah. Slightly higher budget.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I wasn't thrilled to see?
Oh, what? The attending doctor from an ER riding a motorcycle with no helmet and passing an ambulance over the yellow lines.
What are we doing? Dr. Robby.
Yeah, this is a sign to me that as okay as he may act, he's not okay right now.
Yeah, he's still going through it for sure.
Yeah, because that's insane.
Yeah.
ER doctors refer to motorcycles as donor mobiles.
Exactly.
Like, that was a rough start, especially to me as a person that grew up driving in a place that is insanely densely populated. The idea of passing an ambulance over a double yellow line is just like, I could not imagine it.
You know, another doctor who is the perfect picture of mental health who had a motorcycle is Dr. Gregory House.
Oh, yes,
so
exactly.
If your behavior mirrors houses,
watch out.
You really gotta, So,
yeah.
But it's nice to be back, right?
It's so good to be back. It really is. This episode was directed by John Wells, written by R. Scott Gemmell, created by Valerie Chu, executive story editor Mel Herbert, staff writer. So we've got our usual suspects back with some new faces. And we have a new entry song for Dr. Robby.
Yeah.
The Clarks.
It's funny. I am definitely paying attention more to, I mean, I always kind of pay attention, but like, especially this season, knowing how thoughtful they were last season. So I was like, oh,
with the
cool.
sound.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Because it does seem like they typically are only using actual musical pieces that aren't like mild, sound in the background at the beginning and the end, because the show doesn't have like an intro. What's the word I'm looking for?
Theme song.
Yes, thank you. It doesn't have a theme song. It doesn't have like an intro.
Welcome to the Pit. Was that good? That was pretty good.
It was perfect. That was great.
I think I nailed it.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. So it just has the time, and then we get a song. Mm-hmm. And so I saw an interview with Noah Wyle. Apparently last season's intro song, he listened to every single day when he went to work on his walk from his apartment, trailer, whatever. This he did not apparently listen to every single day, but Clarks being a Pittsburgh band, long-term Pittsburgh band.
Cute.
I thought that the lyrics that were on, that we were listening to as he wrote in were interesting. There was a stretch that said, "'Cause I'm having fun looking out for number one, and I'm doing all the things I like to do. I'm having fun because I knew it all along. I'd be better off without you."
Oh, boy.
Okay, Robby.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a little concerned for our favorite doctor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's so funny. I had to keep reminding myself that we don't lose him this season because it's his last day and it's one day. And because, like, we'll get into these new people, but I know what they're doing. I'm sure I'll come around on her, but
yes, of course.
Obviously not thrilled with this new one. Though, I mean, we're going to be more organized. But the one thing I wanted to say is that, like, and I kept being like, oh, I don't want to be here without Dr. Robby. But the beautiful thing about the show is I never have to be. Hopefully.
We don't have to be.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I do worry about all of the foreshadowing about the helmet that was on his backpack.
Oh, yeah. He's
not his head.
No. My thought was like, did he grab it on his way out the door, go to put it on and say, fuck it? Is it there so he can say, I've got my helmet. I just forgot. If somebody sees him, like, oh, I was in a hurry. Because he's smart. Like, he's not.
Yeah.
So.
I watched an interview. I feel like a broken record already, but I did. I watched an interview with Noah Wyle where he talked about, so last season, that backpack that he always carried. Did you read this or hear this? Like,
no.
Apparently Noah Wyle, like, told the production people to put a copy of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance into the backpack. But leave it marked at page 17 because he had just started reading it.
So funny. Perfect. He's like trying to find some Zen. He picked up this book and it talked him into the thing that's going to fix him is getting a motorcycle.
And it's the same motorcycle that's in the book.
Oh, Robby.
This is the most white dude thing I've ever heard in my life.
Like, he's a little old for a midlife crisis, right?
A 50-year-old reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, buying a motorcycle, and taking a sabbatical to go to, like, a natural wonder for a spiritual quest of some kind. Like,
men will do anything
I'm a little
except go to therapy.
To avoid therapy. Seriously. Like, I think that one of the things that is already coming up for me in this first episode is how much, like, I love Dr. Robby despite how much of a 50-something man he is.
I know.
Like, we'll get there. But I just thought you'd need to know that he is... Last season, he was reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Now he's living Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
I love that journey for him. And it's funny because, like, I'm all for Dr. Rabinovich taking some time to himself. It's probably so necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh, buddy.
Let's not get killed on the way.
Yeah, exactly. So.
So we do, after we get this intro scene of him riding his bike in, we start in chairs, as they call it, with the man known as Digby and his cast. Poor Digby.
I know. He broke my heart. I
know. I did notice, are the metal detectors new?
Interesting.
It seems like there was a little more security.
There was definitely
Not
more.
a lot, but
there was definitely more security, and there are some things throughout this, obviously, that show that they did respond in some ways to the nurses' issues last season. But I wouldn't be surprised if they were new, but I also wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to look. It's fun to see that waiting room and be like, who are going to be our people this season?
Yeah. I did notice also that it seemed a little bit when we follow Robby in and he sees Donnie, I was like, this is too quiet. There's not a lot of background noise. It kind of like feels deliberately a little muffled. And I felt like it was this episode kind of being the calm before the storm, 7 a.m. before the rush. Like, it felt a little bit purposely subdued.
Yeah, he kind of comments on it. I mean, he does comment on it too when he says, like, the waiting room doesn't seem... too bad. I also wonder, though, thinking about what we said last season with how they play with sound when you're in.
That's why I brought it
Robby's
up. Yeah.
POV. Yeah, like how has he just distanced himself a little bit from it? Is he purposefully not quite as engaged with everything going around yet because it's still early in the day? I'm not sure, but
but it felt intentional.
Yeah, totally. It'll be cool to trace that. Specifically through each episode this season.
And we find out that Donnie is now an NP.
Yeah.
And as someone who has a good friend who's an NP, that is not an easy path, man. Mm-mm. He's really worked his butt off. Yeah. He also now has a kid. A little baby.
He's an NP and an NP.
Yeah.
New parent.
I was going to say new Papa.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I really like Donnie.
He's got Papa vibes. I love Donnie. I feel like he's got such good energy.
Yeah.
Him with the baby was just like, yeah. I looked him up because I don't think I did last time. The actor's name is Brandon Mendez Homer. He was, of course, in 3 episodes of The Good Fight. His character's name was Jesus Christ.
Am I going to have to watch The Good Fight?
That makes me want to go back and watch that.
To?
I know. Well, you got to watch The Good Wife first.
Oh, right.
They have a little convo in the hallway that's very cute. They're talking about him leaving. And the new attending, he finds out the new attending is here. But she brought in a bagel spread, which I think Robby doesn't appreciate enough.
I agree. Maybe he knows better than we do what that actually signals. But I was like, oh, good for her. She showed up early, ready to go, brought bagels for everybody.
Brought bagels. Exactly. What is in that bagel spread, though?
That's a great question. Because I know what it would be here. But I don't know. I trust Pittsburgh in general for their kind of like workaday food stuff.
Same.
But I don't actually know their bagel sitch very well.
I don't either.
I'll report
if you brought in a
back,
bagel spread, what would it have?
So it's got to be ideal. It's plain for the people who are, everything. And then you got to do a sweet one. Egg bagel is my favorite. I'm a real freak. So if they've got them. And then you've got to do a plain cream cheese, a veggie. I'm going to do some sort of non-dairy vegan spread in that case. I'm really glad we're talking about this, Jodie. This is so important. We're doing so. 2 cream cheeses, 3 kinds of bagels, and some sort of vegan non-dairy spread. I'm asking the bagel shop to cut them. We're not toasting them, but I'm asking to already have them split so we can do it quick. And that's it.
Yep.
And hot coffee, probably. And then that's it. What about you?
Yeah, I'm going more than 3 varieties, but that's because my favorites aren't typically everyone else's favorites.
Yeah.
So and also I think it comes from just like what was popular when I was in a bagel shop. So I would be doing like,
everybody listening, this is the expert. So if you are ready and need to bring a bagel spread, start taking notes.
2 years in a Jersey bagel shop, I feel like I'm allowed to be a little defensive.
I'm with you.
But no, I would be bringing... So back in the day, I would probably bring like some sesame, some poppy, blah, blah, blah. Now I've just shortcut it to everything.
Yeah.
But I would do... Because it's me, I would do some plain, some everything, some cinnamon raisin as the sweet one. I'm much more of a cinnamon raisin fan than an egg bagel if I want a sweeter one. So plain, cinnamon raisin, everything... And for myself, if I'm bringing the bagels, I want to eat one. I'm bringing a salt bagel.
Jodie, I was just about to say, this is why we get along so well.
You got so excited.
Because I was just about to say, the words out of my mouth after you said whatever bagel you were just going to say was, this is a safe space, right? Because I'm going to tell you the bagel I actually want and cannot find as often anymore. I think people are giving up on
Hot bagels in Fairlawn.
Is a salt.
Get those salt bagels.
Goddamn bagel. That's really all I want is a salt bagel.
Okay, but this is 2 women from opposite ends of New Jersey with low blood pressure.
I always tell people I'm on an all
who need more salt.
I'm on an all salt diet, so
that is so the fact.
That explains. I'm like, I just
gotta get the blood pressure up.
A salt bagel with some rocks. I don't pass out. What's the big deal?
Yeah. No, the best thing that I ever ate when I was working at the bagel shop, I'd get there before everyone else. I would always open at 5:45 or 6. Turn on the grill, get a salt bagel just out of the oven, cut it in half, put butter on it, and put it on the fucking grill.
There you go.
Before anything else has touched the grill.
That sounds perfect. I would kill for that right now.
If I was on death row, that might be my final meal. Anyway, okay, that was a detour.
I'm cutting not 1 minute of that, listeners.
No,
just so you know, it's all staying in.
It's important. Back to the show we were watching. We do get Robby walking past down the hallway of trauma where he had seen the pictures of Adamson. Now it's the plaque for the hospital's contributions during Pitt Fest. So it's just like a reminder that he's not okay.
Yeah.
Robby swings through the hallway and runs into Dr. John Chen, who I hope we get more of this season. I hope this is because he's the night shift guy. Yeah. But I really like him.
I like the characterization that he always has a Dunkin' Donuts half-drunk iced coffee in his hand.
That color?
Yeah.
That's such an old coffee.
Oh, yeah.
He probably did his like residency in Boston.
In Boston, yeah. And he's been nursing that one. And I'll bet he filled it with some coffee from the break room. So now it's not even
Totally.
It's like watered down and has some like
Oh, it's disgusting.
yeah.
I can like taste it.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Yeah. Apparently, Dr. Chen does not care about jinxes.
I know.
Because he says nobody's blown off any fingers yet.
That's right.
Robby's like, dude, come on.
You should know better.
In my notes, I have each patient highlighted. And so we're about to meet patient 1.
Patient 1.
Yes. Hail Mary.
There, you can, I mean, I know you can tell she's a repeat offender, but it is funny to watch them, like,
They work her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just straight up lying.
Although part of the fun of, like, these first episodes is trying to guess which actors, which patients are going to stick around for, like, 1 episode, which are going to be, like, 2, which are going to be the big, long, like, over a course of 6 or 7.
Yeah, because she could be a one-off for fun, because it's like, or it could be that we find out there is something more going on with her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave her a B12 shot.
Can't hurt.
Yeah, and she's wearing I thought this was actually our first Jersey reference. She's wearing a waitress uniform from a diner that closed 20 years ago.
So
that woman definitely called you hun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a fun little character.
I know. I noted here Robby's new glasses.
Listen.
He's got those sexy little glasses on.
Listen, Dr. Robbie, everything to me.
Yeah. The glasses are good.
I know. I'm a simple lady, you know? It doesn't take much.
We get our next patient pretty quickly, which I wrote down as leg cramp homeopathy couple with a dog. I couldn't come up with a nice quick name.
I think that's as close as you can get.
She's got bottles and bottles and bottles of pills.
Of all of so who knows at this point, right? And then little purse dog.
Oh, I love the purse dog. The woman that plays the wife, I believe, is the actual real life wife of our Dr. Abbott.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I love that.
Robby just kind of like looks at the bags of pills, makes a little face, and just kind of keeps walking.
This is not for
Too
me.
early for this shit.
Yeah.
I want more of night nurse Lena. Lena's played by Leslie Boone, who is most known for being in the show Ed, which I never watched. This actress has been around for a long time. She was in 3 episodes of Grey's Anatomy, but she was also in, ready for it? She was in 1 episode of Doogie Howser, Growing Pains, and Mr. Belvedere.
I couldn't get much
classic. I know. Classic 80s and 90s guest star.
That rules.
I really like her a lot.
Yeah. It's fun. Hopefully.
I thought we got our first really quotable line here. She came in early to meet the night shift and took things over, and Robby says, "Oh, that takes great balls of disrespect."
Great balls of disrespect was named my band in high school. Is that right?
Perfect. Yep, that's it.
I love a running bait. You know they've done that a billion times.
Yeah, of course. Lena says she's pretty, divorced with 1 kid, can already tell she's a strict rule follower and probably going to hate her. And Chen lets us know she's really into AI, which means I'm probably going to hate her. My perspective on AI is from the position of like a creative person. And so I do think that there are probably really good applications for it in the medical field. I'm sure there are also terrible ones, like in insurance companies where they just automatically deny you immediately, or AI reads your case. But
yeah, I do. I'm glad you said that. And I do want to walk it back a little bit, because I would be all for AI in a controlled situation where we know it's going to get us closer to something that and not fucking making shitty art or.
Right. Well, and one of the sort of reasons that I wasn't immediately anti-AI was like there were all these reports of things that maybe it could detect cancers and other medical conditions much more quickly.
Obviously, I want to be clear. I'm for that, but
yes. But our new doctor is making our interns and medical students run mock code on a dummy.
I want her to get out of here. These people.
I know. They're going to make us like her.
Lost 6 patients during Pitt Fest. Leave them alone. I know they're going to make us like her. Yeah,
they're going to make us like her. And there's more going on there.
Yeah, and she hasn't actually done anything wrong yet. Unlike Santos, 7 o'clock season 1, she's just.
Although she does have this unnerving sort of tendency to just pop up right next to Robby.
So
like
close.
A ghost.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like,
you got to give people
personal space. Yeah. But we have 2 new interns.
Mm-hmm. What do we
have
think?
Joy and Ogilvy.
Mm-hmm.
The girl who plays Joy was Annie Kim in Community for 3 episodes, who I don't really remember, but now I want to go back and like see what her character was. The actor has a BA in psychology from Harvard and played the violin in the orchestra and was the DJ for the college radio station and was in an all-girl rock band.
Wow, she rules.
I did a lot of finding fun facts about our new actors because they have a lot of really good fun facts.
That's very cool. I love that.
I think, apologies to this actor, but I think I referred to Ogilvy as a low-rent Ilya from Heated Rivalry.
Listen, anybody should be honored to be a low-rent Ilya because...
Yeah.
Please.
There's something about the look, but it's not quite there. Also, we've got Nurse Jessie back.
Yeah.
Now, this is where I'm going to go a little overboard with the background information.
Go for it. I love it. This is what this podcast is for.
Are you aware of this person outside of the show?
All I know is that he was from Dawson's Creek.
There's a lot more. So, Ned Brower, the actor, fascinating. First of all, son of an eye surgeon. Cool. Mm-hmm. Played in a series of punk bands as a teenager before attending film school and moving to Los Angeles. Wait for it. Was a model and an actor when he first got there. In the spring of 2000, he joined the LA rock band Rooney as drummer and primary backing vocalist.
Oh my God. I really like Rooney. I didn't know that.
Signed to Interscope and Geffen in 2002. Toured internationally, made 4 studio albums before they disbanded in 2013.
They were great.
Wait for it. Don't look him up yet. I want to read this to you. This is so good.
I'm closing the tab.
After the band disbanded, he made a professional pivot. He became a first responder EMT with the LA County Fire Department.
Stop.
After 2 years of 911 calls, he went back to school and went to UCLA, got his master's degree in nursing, worked at the ER at Children's Hospital Los Angeles as a pediatric ER nurse. One more thing. Also regularly collaborates on music with famed podcast host and stand-up comedian Mark Maron.
What?
And creates dance pop music under the name Bloodwork. What?
Also, Bloodwork is such a funny name for a nurse to make.
But this is one of those, like, how did we not look up this man before and find out all of this good info?
Well, I mean, for me, it's because I saw that he was in Dawson's Creek. Right. And I was like, well, that's all I cared about. To know.
Right.
Wow. That's so
he was
cool.
in a punk band, an EMT, a pediatric ER nurse, and he's collaborated with Mark Maron. Just like, what a life, what a career.
Yeah, cool guy.
I am just such a fan of him in the background. Like, he was in almost every episode last season, and I cannot remember more than like 2 lines he had. So hopefully he has a little more to do this season.
Yeah, but I have a feeling they're seeding that because I noticed when Robby is coming into the building, he's outside already. He's like the first
he's
other
like person
you see. Yeah,
that's true.
Why is smoking back?
Oh my God, I know. I just had this conversation the other day with actually my cousin's kids who are all like college or just after college. And yeah, it's totally back.
Is it a hopelessness thing?
Well, so the theory that I heard actually from one of the 20-somethings in my family was that they made such a huge public campaign that was anti-vaping when vaping became big that it almost made smoking seem less scary.
Fascinating. Wow.
I don't know if that's true, but that was the theory of one 24-year-old.
Especially because most of us kind of thought, like, for the most part, smoking was settled. Obviously, people are still smoking, but young people, for the most part, were. So maybe they're not, like, when was the last time you saw one of those commercials of somebody smoking out of a hole in their neck?
Right.
Like,
yeah, exactly. Or, like, pictures of a lung.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
That's a bummer.
I know.
It does look cool.
It does.
The part of me that was born in 86, I can't pretend it doesn't look cool.
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so they're running this mock code. So the actor that's playing this new Dr.
Al-Hashimi?
Baran Al-Hashimi is Sepida Moafi. She's an Iranian actor. She was most recently on the L Word Generation Q, and they're running a code on a mannequin.
I would be so annoyed.
I know. But the thing, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but I popped onto Reddit last night, and apparently the one thing that was bothering the doctors about this episode was that this is like The fact that they didn't catch what was actually wrong here is like stupid.
Really?
Like, not stupid, but like they really should have known.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder, especially because the show is so good about that.
I mean, they make mistakes here and there, but then Dr. Robby comes in. Good news is he's an organ donor. Parts of him are going to be used to make frisbees and water bottles and end up as microplastics in our brains and reproductive organs.
He's so funny.
They give him a lot of good lines this first episode.
I love that he's funny.
I am starting to wonder a little bit about Dr. Robby's attitude towards female nurses and doctors. I don't know. It's not like, I don't think that it's all or nothing. I think that the best part about this show is how nuanced all the people are and how everyone can have like really strong positives and also some faults. Mm-hmm. But he does seem pretty dismissive of certain women. Especially
tying it back to the conversation last season with Dr. McKay.
Dr. Bangs?
Dr. Bangs.
Dr. Curtin Bangs.
Dr. Curtin Bangs, very good. With David at first, where he was really, I mean, he ended up being right, kind of, though. I don't remember if I said this on mic last week. I don't think I did. I'm going to get canceled for this. If you don't want to be treated like a school shooter, don't act like you're about to go shoot up a school. He ran away twice.
Don't make a list of girls you want to eliminate.
Right. And then run away when you, and like, anyway, setting that aside. But he had that conversation with Dr. Bangs where she was like, you're not considering these young girls. And then he was like, you're right, maybe I wasn't. So,
because he does the thing where he's like, this young man has a future. And she's like, well, what about the futures of these girls on the list?
Yeah. And like sexism and misogyny are deeply ingrained in our culture. So not to excuse Dr. Robby if that ends up being the case, but as good as he is, it wouldn't be surprising to have a little tinge.
Well, and we also get, since this is 9 or 10 months later, he seems to have, whether it's intentional or not, Whittaker has become his, like, the next in line almost, like Whittaker's, which I love Whittaker. But it's like, okay, so Dr. Langdon is gone. He needed a new protege, whatever. Why not Dr. Mohan? Why not, like, Mel? What, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And this could just be that they had that moment during Pitt Fest where, like, they saw each other in really vulnerable places and they bonded, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just something to keep an eye on, I think.
I think that's fair.
He really doesn't want to hear about her ideas for improvement for the hospital, which, to be fair, neither would I if someone just walked in off the street and I'd never met them before.
And you're only going to be here for 3 months. Get out of here.
I know. With all of your new ideas. Just a quick moment of humor here. We see Jesse walk off with the dummy over his shoulder. Just a really good visual.
You're right that they're really kind of like drawing our attention to him in like little ways more this season.
I hope we get some sense of who this person is other than just like this salt and pepper, nurse in the background.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I think that we're definitely going to be made to like Dr. Al-Hashimi is because Samira likes her, Dr. Mohan.
Yeah.
We find out they see each other in the hallway. And, like, apparently Samira is super excited.
Well, and she came from the VA hospital with Mel and Santos, right?
Exactly.
Just even giving her a connection to two characters we already know gives a little bit of that, too. And like I said, she hasn't done anything terrible yet. She's just been pushy and overstepping. Interesting that Santos came from her, though, now that... I'm just thinking about, like, the lessons she learned back at the VA with this woman, Mm-hmm. What kind of talk she had.
True.
Like, they did a good job this episode of helping me come around more on Santos, and now I'm trying to blame her past behavior on somebody else. I'll never learn. Anyway.
I think part of the reason that we're getting a little softer on Santos is coming up pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't need to talk about any of the actual medical stuff that happened here.
I was just going to ask, how much of it did you actually see? Did you see any of it?
A little.
It was gruesome even for this show. I was like, no.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit much. Mm-hmm. This is our patient number 3, John Doe dishwasher.
When they said dishwasher, for half a second I was like, a dishwasher did that to him?
I know. I kind of had the same reaction.
That's who he is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I had the same
good.
moment of
Thank
confusion.
God. I was like, I'm never going near.
Yeah.
I hate to load the dishwasher in the first place. So
yeah. Yeah. God forbid it stabs you in the chest. But we get Garcia back, which leads to a lot of little revelations. Garcia, by the way, another person I don't think really mentioned their background last week. But this is Alexandra Metz. She was on 6 episodes of Chicago Fire. There's a lot of Chicago Fire and Chicago PD overlap this episode. She was also on 1 episode of Grey's and 1 of The Good Wife, of course. Graduated from Brown with a degree in human biology. It's
so cool how they cast these people. And also how many of them there are, apparently.
So many.
Yeah.
And she calls Dr. Robby Dr. Rabbit Bitch.
It's just mean. Like, it's not even that clever.
About time they replace you, Rabbit Bitch.
Uh-huh. I love that they're doing that in front of the new attending, too. Yeah. They do not...
Dr. Robby says Dr. Garcia has a hard time expressing her feelings, and Whitaker says not all of them.
I know. Whitaker.
Clearly, they've been in the same house a lot.
That's what I was trying to figure out, if this is what's going on. Is because there's a lot that happens between Whitaker, Santos, Garcia, and I was trying to gauge, is this just like, we know that they all know each other really well at this point because it's been almost a year, or if...
It's been confirmed that there's a relationship happening between Santos and Garcia.
It's been confirmed?
Yeah. They talked about it in interviews that were posted after the show.
Whoa. Huh. What's the age difference there?
I don't know. Garcia's not that old. I would worry more about the power differential at the hospital.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But because he talks about, she mentions that he likes to use other people's toothbrushes. And he says, one time. Yeah, the Santos and Garcia is a thing.
It's so hard for me to tell when I'm
I know,
putting those glasses on and when they're like shows are hinting at something. So exciting. Okay.
I know. There was so much going on in this one scene not related to the carnage that was happening that at least it like provided other stuff for me.
Mm-hmm. They packed so much into this episode. I said to you, I was like live texting, you were a few minutes ahead of me, and I kept picking up my phone to say something, and then something else would happen, and I'd go to say something about that, and there'd be something else. And
15 patients that we checked in with. A couple things I noticed in this scene. Number one, it's definitely highlighting the differences between the way that Dr. Robby and Dr. Alashimi work. Mm-hmm. Like he's really dismissive of her in this scene also, because he says, is the VA even a trauma center? Like, she doesn't even go here.
I know. I mean, he's right, apparently, that it's not.
But they do get traumas. They get gunshot wounds and MVCs and all that.
Picked her to take over for him. So that's where I am like, you need to relax and get the feel of things here. But also, dude, you need to like... especially in front of the people who are going to be answering to her.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
They're both kind of being a lot.
Not great. Whitaker is taking on the teaching role now, which is so cute. With his mullet.
It's so hard not to mullet. Treat him like a little baby.
Like a child.
But he's also
our sad boy.
More tan. He's got a little tan. He's got a little like baby mullet, sort of hipster mullet. It's just nice.
Oh, it's totally a hipster mullet.
He genuinely, he seems more confident, more settled, but still Whitaker. I think they did such a good job showing the time change for a
lot of them.
Yeah, exactly. We'll talk about them when we get to them, but this was such a nice little moment for him.
Also, Moan's phone is going off incessantly. It's her mother. Relatable.
Oh, your Jersey mom texting you constantly when you're trying to work? Can't relate. Yeah. Can't relate.
Nope, not at all. And I got to find out what's going on with Joy, this new intern. Because she says here this guy's dead anyway.
I know.
She looks bored the entire time.
Yeah.
Her whole affect is like, I could be doing something else.
And the show is so good, or has been, about character development and stuff, that like, she's here so that somebody else can bounce off of that. And because you can imagine the beautiful moment where one of them is like, goes off on her about Pitt Fest and is like, you know.
And she was like, she was there in the shooting or something. Or
like, who knows, you know, like, so.
Yeah. But her first impression, not great.
Mm-mm. It is funny. I'm so protective of all these people. I'm like, you don't even know these people. Don't say that in front of them. They care about these patients.
Exactly. But our boy Langdon is back in his penguin's hat.
Listen, I don't want to say I called it.
No, you called it.
But I fully called it.
Yeah.
They said, all right. Now that we know everybody loves this show, you can represent Pittsburgh. Put the hat on.
Yeah. I loved the way that the actor handled this whole episode, but like especially the sort of taking a breath in the waiting room, the like tentativeness, the slowness, the sort of disorientation when he walked into the hallway. All of it was really good.
And just to remind people, he has one other credit, I think.
That's unbelievable.
He's so good. And for someone who was so difficult last season, and we talked about feeling complicated about him, like I care about him so much. And I thought he was great.
Different.
Yeah. Even the way they dress him, he's like dressed a little bit like a little boy. Like he just seems so.
Yeah, his energy was so chaotic last season, and hyped up and sweaty, and now he's like moving a little more slowly and like being a little more deliberate. He's got the bottom locker with some old food in it.
Bummer.
Rough.
That would really, that would fuck me up. I think I'd have to go home.
Oh, God. Yeah, finding some moldy food.
You know when I would go home. We'll get to it, but...
Okay. I'm trying to remember what's coming. I'll get there.
It's a tiny thing, but it hit me in the gut for him.
Oh, for him. Okay. One of the first people he sees is Louis.
Perfect.
Louis is going to be such a foil for him, I think. Just like the possibilities down the road. And also like what could have happened to Langdon without his sort of like privileged ability to just take off for rehab for 9 or 10 months.
Yeah.
Like
they're also doing this thing with Louis where Langdon keeps saying like, this is what we can do. You need to take a break. And Louis isn't interested in it. And like, it's because he's an alcoholic, but it also just seems like he's settled with this. Like, and
I think he knows how he's further gone than they've realized in terms of like towards the end.
Yeah. Or that they want to admit to him because they're trying to get him to, but I'm kind of like, it's heartbreaking, especially because I like Louis so much, but I'm like, you can't make somebody like, you know,
I know it's going to be interesting to see like, cause the patients tend to have a teaching role for the doctors. I think Louis's role is pretty clearly based off of like his interactions with Langdon. This next scene, Dana walks into the ER in her aviators.
This is
like,
coolest.
Did you watch Mad Men?
No.
This is a Peggy walking down the hallway with her box of stuff from the office. Like this is like a like very badass walk.
I'll be thinking about this forever. And when she spits that gum into the bushes, she's the coolest. I love her so much.
And glares at the motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh, she clocks it.
Yeah.
She hates it.
Yep. She's back. We knew she had to be. She won a freaking Emmy. But I do think, we'll talk about it more when we get her conversations with people, but she's definitely been hardened
Which
by
is
this.
Saying something obvious, and also she was a tough broad to begin with.
I feel like her accent is almost thicker now than it was before.
I kind of thought the same thing, and I was like, is that me, or did they...
No, I feel like it's a little bit more intense.
Part of her armor, I get it.
Absolutely, yeah. So she and Lena are catching up, and they see Langdon. That's very sweet how they handle him. They're very... Lupe, too, at the front desk. Everybody is being very... Except Robby, is being very sort of gentle with him.
Yeah, I think that's... Like, obviously he fucked up. He's lucky to still have this job, of course. But I just have a lot of sympathy for people who have a problem. And it seems like, we'll see, are really working on dealing with it.
He's really trying,
Yeah.
Well, and Dana, as tough as she is, her voice like softens when she talks to him, you know? She's like, you look good, kid. How you feeling? And, you know, she says she's going to keep an eye on him. Like, and she was kind of a little tough with him at the end of last season because she knew something was going on and she wasn't going to be happy about it.
Right.
So,
man, that I hate to be, but that's to me, it feels like such a Northeast mom thing of like, you fucked up. And while you're fucking up, I've got no patience. Cause she's like, I don't even want to know. Like, but then now if he's done the right thing and he's back and let's fucking move on. And I'll bring this up the next time we fight about something totally different. Like I haven't forgotten, but until you're in trouble again, we're good.
Similarly, like the way that she handles the new grad, the new nurse, who looks like she is just a deer in headlights, takes off all of the excess crap.
And she's so sweet about it, too. She's like, I'll help you put some of your stuff down instead of being like, you don't need any of this shit. What are we doing? I know. I loved that moment.
Yeah.
Emma,
yeah. I think Emma's going to be another good way for them to explain stuff. Like having a brand new person, because there's the 2 new interns, but they don't seem to really be interested in learning anything new.
She's like brand new, maybe to Earth. This is like her first time on the planet. She's so
I agree.
Like young and wide eyed, and
she seems very confused by just existing.
That's so funny. This is when
she also looks very young.
Yeah, which I know the older I get, the younger everybody seems, but she seems so young.
We get some rounding with Dr. Chen, Curtain Bangs, Santos, and the night doc, Dr. Ellis. They're doing rounds. Also, Dr. Ellis, I don't think we mentioned last time, this is Aisha Harris. She was in Daisy Jones and the Six, among a few other things. But we meet Kylie. Did you find out where we know Kylie from?
I don't think so.
She's Ava on The Bear. She's the kid.
That's why.
Under the table kid.
I forgot to look it up. I knew she was... Okay. It's funny. Okay. I went through... I don't know why it didn't occur to me to look on IMDb. What I did instead was go through all of our episodes. And then we got to a point where I was like, this kid would have had to have been way too young as far back in our shows we were. But no, okay. She's great. She continues to be a great actor.
Annabelle Toomey. She also was in, she played a super creepy kid on Chicago PD in like 2 episodes as part of a case. She was like haunted.
That role's good for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny.
She got some unexplained bruises, a lot of nervousness around where they came from, brought in by her dad's new girlfriend.
Yeah.
This is going to, I think, be one of the at least a couple episodes cases.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I always want to lean toward child abuse. I just mean, I don't want to ignore it.
Clip that. Yeah. It's our first clip back on Instagram.
It's just that.
I always want to lean towards child abuse.
I just mean, I don't want to ignore the possibility.
Right.
But I'll be interested to see. Because this show, when a child is lying, they tend to signal that. When a young person is lying, they tend to signal that.
She didn't seem like she was.
No, she had answers for all of that. So that would also be a good teaching moment for these students. So it could go either way.
Yeah. This is where we notice Mel's a bit distracted. She's staring at her stethoscope as if she's never seen one before. Oh, Mel.
I love her so much.
Oh, she doesn't have a lot to do this episode, but what she does have is great. We do kind of a rapid fire of the next couple of patients. We get the bike fall guy who we'll come back to. But this is when Langdon shows up again in the background, tells him to wear a helmet. Robby.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is where we get Mel's little, almost hug, but then she just, grabs his bicep.
Really? Also, she's
been so dead-faced.
Yeah.
And then she gets so excited.
She only knew him for one day, though.
I know, but she attached herself.
Yeah.
This was her guy.
That's
Dr.
true.
Langdon.
She imprinted.
Yep. Exactly.
That's a good point.
I noted Santos's little face she made. That's going to be interesting since, she and Robby are the two that are not exactly excited to see him.
Well, she better get her shit together. I don't know. Robby too, but she also knew him for one day. It was his fault, but got him fired. His fault.
He basically screamed at her and told her she didn't belong there.
Well, she was being such an asshole.
I know.
But yeah.
And then we briefly get a glimpse of someone who will come back to our high grandmother, who is played by Jenny O'Hara, who was in Transparent, in quite a number of episodes of Transparent, actually. I recognized her face immediately, and so I wonder if she's also going to be around for a minute.
That'd be good for her.
Yeah.
Living her best life right now.
We've got a little ER callback happening in the treatment room. Noah Wyle, Dr. Robby, refers to the heart as a quivering bag of worms, which is apparently something that he said the first time he held a heart in ER. But they're not related.
No,
obviously.
Wow, that's...
Yeah.
That is such a coincidence. That is a beautiful image. I can see being like, I want to say it again. I just want to use it again. It's so good.
Good words. Mm-hmm. He's trying to ditch Dr. Al-Hashimi. He's like, oh, no, I'm good. I can handle this. And she's like, I really need to come with you, sir.
Yeah, I really love that he's like, for efficiency?
Mm-hmm. Patient 7. This one I'm worried about. Mr. Williams with Dr. McKay.
This is so interesting the way this plays out.
I know. This is Derek Cecil. He was in all of basically House of Cards. He's like a known actor. And 7 episodes of Treme, which is a show I also watched.
His face
so
is
I
very
think he's going to be around a minute.
But I don't know that he was in anything that I watched. But
he's been in a lot of stuff. He's worked for a long time.
He was good.
But he seems jumpy to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it just continues to play out.
Our first exchange with him, I thought his deal was going to be one of those people who's like, doctors are just trying to get every penny they can out of you. As if...
Yeah, because he's talking about his deductible.
Yeah.
And he seems concerned about what his chart says.
Mm-hmm.
This is the biggest thing that happens in this episode. What happens next? Mohan is on the phone with her mom.
And the biggest thing is that we finally get our Jersey reference?
Yeah.
Okay.
That she's from Jersey. Her mom lives in Jersey.
Yeah, in Jersey.
She's Tamil, and she is from Jersey. And her mom is getting married, selling their house, and going on the world cruise. Do you remember the world cruise fame moment on TikTok at all?
No.
This is like a year-long cruise that people were going on.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was called.
This is people were spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to go on this like...
Whoa, 274 days, 11 world wonders, 60 countries.
Yeah.
Good for her mom.
Yeah, there was a period on TikTok where world cruise content was everywhere, and it was all these like old people like, talking about how they were going to live on this boat for a year. No, thank you.
No, that sounds terrible. But they heard our pleas for a Jersey connection.
Well, and what a great person to be from Jersey. Like, she's not the obvious one. I thought maybe McKay, but like, I like the fact that it's like a child of immigrants, incredibly bright and empathetic, and like, of course, her mom is calling her constantly because her mom is from Jersey. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I loved that we finally got a reference and that this is what it was.
Yeah. And that she's, like you said, empathetic, caring, but we learned last season, not to the detriment of, there really never is a moment where, even though they're pushing her about it, where like she takes so long that somebody dies, or like she still gets her shit done. At all.
Absolutely. So. And she is the one who who is looking into the, disparities in treatment of like women with sickle cell and people of color in emergency rooms. Like, she's a great character to associate with our home state.
It feels good. I know. I'm a fan. So happy about that.
Yeah, me too.
So thank you, the Pitt.
Also, slightly less importantly, we find out that McKay needs to get laid, apparently.
God.
Oh,
don't love the darker hair. I miss Ginger McKay with the bangs, but what can you do?
Yeah. I mean, she still has the bangs. They're just different. A little more swept off to the side. I did note here, we don't see Mateo in this first episode. He is coming back.
Okay,
I did find that out. Apparently the actor got another gig and like couldn't do the first couple episodes or something. But he'll be back.
A late shift start. He's working like split shift or something.
Right.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, but I thought of that because I thought there might have been a little bit of like, because Mateo was the one that her ex-husband was like super jealous of.
Yeah. And
so I was like,
And he told Juvati that he doesn't date coworkers, and then not that, you know, it, but then the two of them were going to get a foot massage. Like, there's, even if they're not dating, there's some stuff there. And
right. No, I'm excited for Mateo to come back. I did definitely miss him. He's a fun presence to have around. We get Robby and Langdon having their first real confrontation. Robby literally like sees Langdon, tries to walk away down the hall, and Langdon comes back around the other corner to catch him.
That's the part that would have sent me home, because it's so, like, Langdon sees
He's obviously
him.
avoiding him.
Yeah, that would have broken my heart. I would not have been able to handle that. But good for Langdon that he's like, nope, I know this hospital too. I'll catch you on the other side.
Right. Well, and like I understand that having this conversation in the middle of a shift is not a good idea. Right. It's busy. Right. But you can't literally physically avoid this person the whole time. But this is also where we get my favorite line of the whole episode.
Ooh.
That I actually out loud laughed and scared my cat. So Langdon says, heard you're going on a trip. And Robby says, taking a sabbatical, leave tonight. Where are you going? Head smashed in, buffalo jump.
Captain
Crunch flying squirrel socks. Are we talking in code, or are you having a stroke? Captain Crunch flying squirrel socks sent me. I was not expecting it. I like just spit. It was great.
A perfect combination of words. I want to know how many combinations they tried in the writer's room.
Captain Crunch flying squirrel socks is just so good. And he says, what is this, some kind of spirit quest? He says, yeah, something like that.
I mean, Langdon knows him. Like, he's calling this out.
They worked together a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like before all this happened, it seemed like Langdon was Robby's like right hand almost, you know?
Langdon had just sent a letter of recommendation up for him to be...
Oh, Robby had, yes.
Or Robby had just sent, yeah, for sure. Which is, again, another reason that Robby feels like an asshole. Like, he's embarrassed that he put so much faith in Langdon and didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah, it's like a real betrayal.
Yeah, he's like, in that episode, he says, like, could somebody who was high do what I do? And he's like, apparently, and I just fucking let him.
He's not having it right now. He sends him to triage, and he says, pretty sure we can cover you. We've been doing it for months.
Robby has a right, I think, to be hurt, but you just have to separate it right now. You can't.
Yeah.
Like, you've been covering for months because you sent him to rehab, which is the right move. But what other choice did anybody in this situation have?
Exactly.
So give me a break, dude. I love you, but give me a break.
No, I do think that, like, we're getting Robby as flawed hero. Mm-hmm. Like, he is our hero, but he also definitely has some big blind spots.
Right. That's why he's got the glasses.
We get another little connection between Whittaker and Robby. He's kind of doing the same explainer to the new people about the assisted living rush, the nursing home rush that happens in the morning. Because we get Ethan Bostick, who's patient 8 from assisted living. He is confused, no history of dementia, but it doesn't quite know what's happening. And Joy says in Korean, who doesn't love torturing the elderly? This woman. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah. She's well, we need now that
we don't have Santos,
a little softer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, and this is what I really liked, is how subtle the changes were in our like intern and med student group. Like, they definitely had all grown. They were all the same kind of people, but they had a little bit of like familiarity with each other that obviously they wouldn't have had on day one.
Yeah, it was cool. I think they did a really good job, and not ramping it up so much, because it's 10 months, which isn't so much time, but they've been working so close in really high stakes. Yeah. So it just felt really real.
Because Santos and Jodie are at the computers together, and she's still calling Victoria Crash.
But I didn't see her react the way she did 10 months ago. Like,
nope. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But Jodie's mom creeps up like an apparition behind her with that hair. Her hair did not, I looked it up, it did not look like that.
I didn't think so.
Season.
Everybody's got a new look they're trying out this season.
Significant haircuts, man.
This spunky little pixie cut on Victoria's mom.
Jodie is not returning her mother's calls or texts.
Listen, I don't blame her. Her mom is a pain.
Who among us? Because she's talking about basically trying to control what field Jodie goes into next. Mm-hmm. She thinks that her talents are wasted at the ER and she should be going into general surgery like her mom. She says to Dr. Robby that her daughter's very impressionable and you can be very, and he says, impressionable? It's a good line.
Yeah.
She says, we need to talk. And as she leaves, he, under his breath, is like, how about same time tomorrow? There's definitely some stuff going on with Jodie and her mom that I think, like, she's really, really avoidant. But she's about to have her 21st birthday.
I'm so happy for her.
Cute.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't want anyone to know, but...
No. We get a suspicious phone call from Robby to someone named Duke here, saying, we need to run some tests. You've got to come in before I leave. I'm sure we'll figure out what this is about, but this is like a weird little drop in the middle of it. It's like, note.
Especially that it's, why specifically does Robby have to be the one to run the tests? So, there's no Duke from last season, right? Okay, I didn't think so.
No, there's information online about the casting of this role, but I didn't look into it, but it's somebody. Not somebody super famous, but it's somebody.
But they're already cast, so we will see them.
Yeah. This is the little group of scenes in the middle where people just show up very physically close to someone suddenly. Another little walk and talk with Robby and Dr. Al-Hashimi. This time it's about that she wants them to stop calling it the Pitt.
Well, I want you to stop not minding your business.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's endearing too, and pretty damn accurate.
Yeah, although
and
honestly,
clever. It's in Pittsburgh.
I know. I did start to think that if it wasn't her, and clearly also coming from management, would I agree? And I think I might actually,
Maybe.
But whatever. Get a bunch of new patients. Sister Grace asks Jodie if she's ever considered serving God, to which she says, which one?
Which one?
So good.
I like this little back and forth though, because sister doesn't get judgmental. She's like, they're like kind of funny together.
She says, we have the one. And she's like, oh, okay, sure. Well, some people only need one, I guess.
I really like that.
Yeah. But this is where we get the Dana, Emma stamp conversation and the safe word of hula hoop, which is not one word, as she mentions. Dana's been really, I think, more scarred by the Doug Driscoll of it all than almost anything else.
Mm-hmm. I think so too. And this, I don't know if this is just me, but like, I don't know, this stamp acronym, like these nurses know to look out for this stuff. I don't know how useful any of this actually is.
Well, that's why it feels like it's Dana being sort of dealing with some PTSD around it, and not something not something she would have mentioned in this first moment like a year before.
That's true. Yeah,
it wouldn't have been her first lesson. And then this is super interesting, the woman in chairs where everything goes silent. So my first instinct was that this was a deaf person and we're just kind of experiencing the room through their perspective, which I thought was really interesting considering how this show likes to play with sound.
Right.
I did see some speculation that maybe this woman was the mother of the missing baby and was like in a dissociative postpartum state.
Interesting.
So that's another option.
It could be both.
But yeah, it could be either both.
And that would be why when they're saying over the intercom, did anybody leave their baby? That she wouldn't hear that.
Right. So, because she watches people kind of rush off. It is, though, so this woman is going to be, I think, significant because I saw somebody reported that this was Reddit, but somebody was reporting from Pittsburgh that they knew someone who'd been involved with the behind the scenes of the Pitt because they had really kind of asked the local deaf community for input on the way they were dealing with the experience and the ASL of it all and the what it would be like to be a deaf patient. And
Great.
So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this might be a longer subplot.
I'm interested to see how it shakes out. That's really cool.
Yeah. But I like the thoroughness where they didn't just say okay, well, if we've have deaf people coming and going on the show, okay, we'll do this or that. They actually went and engaged with.
And with people in that deaf community because, deaf communities are very local and regional specific. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Absolutely. Patient 11 is foot injury lady. We don't really do much with her, but then he goes to Louis, who's breathing fast. And Langdon makes amends. He's doing the steps.
It's funny. I was like, I understand that this is one of the steps and it's important in general. I couldn't decide. And I know that these two have known each other and it's a little different, but I was like, is this appropriate? I don't know.
I had the same thought.
Yeah.
Also, you're admitting to a crime in front of a patient.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's Louis, so it's probably fine, but it just was a little bit odd to me as well.
Yeah.
We get patient 13 now, the baby, bathroom baby.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of jumping around, but we end up back with the assisted living guy, where, again, Joy is being insensitive, but also kind of funny in this case. The other intern says, am I missing something? And she says, social skills. But Whitaker, again, he does the moment of silence that Robby did.
Well, with a little update.
Yes, make sure your phones are on silent.
Yeah. I love that Robby pops in and then pulls the door closed for them.
Lets him do it. Yep.
Yeah, it's just really sweet.
I know. I like that relationship.
Mm-hmm. And this is cool on the back of Mr. Spencer, the Mr. Rogers guy, where they had such a tortured experience with his kids deciding whether or not to let him go naturally, that this happens. It's just cool to see both sides of how a situation like that can play out.
Well, and Joy says, quick and painless, basically. We should all be so lucky to kind of go this easily.
Right.
But while we are jumping around, we do go back to the waiting room and we see our possibly deaf woman sitting there, and we hear them calling a name, Harlow Graham, and we're focused on her. So it's kind of wondering if that they're calling her.
It's funny, the thought, now you saying the thing of maybe you didn't say maybe she's not deaf. You said maybe, there's some postpartum something going on. And knowing all of that, but I just don't want to land on any side. But I did have the thought, this is a deaf person if this is a deaf person, I have to assume this isn't their first time in a waiting room, medical or not, and they have some system in place to be planning to hear their name. And so I thought that was a little strange.
That's true.
So it does feel like deaf people don't just go to places where they have to wait and then hope
and not
that there's some
exactly. No, that's a good point.
And so that was a little peculiar to me. So I will be interested to see because that's the other thing too. If she's deaf, she's not just there because she's deaf. She's there for some reason.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
We kind of are popping into different rooms again, but Mr. Williams is still trying to leave, still trying to get out there. He says, I know you guys always need the beds, which is an interesting thing to say. Why do you know that?
Yeah. Why is that even a thought?
We find out that Louis has been tapped 3 times in 6 months, which is a horrifying thing to even think about.
And he's so nonchalant about it. It's just part of his life right now.
Yeah.
He even says, I'll talk them through it.
I know. He forgives Langdon really easily. You know, he says, you took my pills. I hope they did something for you. Never really did for me. We get a little Santos and Mel interaction at the computers.
This is maybe my favorite scene of the whole episode.
I laughed. It didn't get me as much as the Captain Crunch flying squirrel socks, but it did get me.
What's up with you today, Mel and Kalia?
I like the hesitation.
Yeah. You're moping around here all day like somebody gunned down your favorite K-pop.
Yeah, she's got a lot of lines. She says, you usually write in here on your unicorn tossing flowers.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Santos, if you had not come in day one, this feels appropriate. And you can see that Mel isn't bothered by it now the way she was before, the way that Mel and I mean Jivati really, but
right.
I don't really have a favorite K-pop band. It's not that I don't like the genre. It's just kind of
she keeps talking after Santos is gone.
I didn't clock exactly what she was saying, but I'm looking at the script, and I think it's useful to note this. She says, I'm not saying this is necessarily the case here, but recent studies have linked bullying behavior to different personality disorders. On the other hand, though, I am known to be a bit overly sensitive sometimes. So there's just some information there that it might be worth. That's something that's running through her head right now.
Dana's like, you okay, kid?
And this is when we find out what's going on.
Yes. She is going to have her deposition today for the malpractice case that she has been named in.
I wonder what the case is. My guess is it's from back on the day I wouldn't be surprised because I know these things can take a long time and just like
measles kid
maybe that would make total sense. The way the show is
Spinal Tap.
Yeah. They don't mind lining timing up in ways that are a little less, because it's like it seems like Langdon and Dana are both back on Robby's last day when the new all of that, so on the day of Mel's deposition, so I wouldn't be surprised. Spinal Tap would make sense.
Measles kid. And a couple other people were involved in that too. Dr. Abbott, who we haven't seen yet, was there for that. Dr. Chen. We get another great Dana line here. Oh my God. I was trying to figure out where I knew this from and I got there. But she says to Robby, someone ditched a bundle of joy in chairs. Who throws out a perfectly good baby?
It's a shame when people throw out a perfectly good white boy like that.
There it is. You got it. That was what it triggered for me.
Of course.
It's like, of course. Better off dead, man. Who throws out a perfectly good white boy? So funny. I really I started when she said that. But Dana would be the right age to have been a huge Better Off Dead fan.
Yeah. My headcanon is that Dana's got great taste in movies.
Absolutely. Yes. 100%.
Yeah.
We're kind of popping in, checking in on people. Kylie's had lots of injuries for lots of different reasons. She goes to do the P test. Mohan is with the high grandma. His son says, you're the third nurse we've said all of this to. And she's like, I'm a doctor. I bet she gets that every other day. The grandma is eating 12 pot cookies a day.
Well, they're not that big, Jodie.
Good Lord.
That's so much.
When she's told that it can add to her dementia risk, she says, well, that sucks for old people. I hope she sticks around.
Yeah, me too. She's cool.
But this is what you were talking about with Kylie, the little kid. It doesn't seem like she's lying. They're asking her all these questions in the bathroom about if she's been hurt by anyone or she's being bullied at school. And she does say, you've got the same note that I do. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people you live with can get so mad they hit you or hurt you, maybe even without meaning to. Does that ever happen? No, not to me.
Not to me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, you guys should have paused on that a little bit. Just a little bit. Because that was
we caught it.
Yeah. Yeah. Get your head in the game, Santos.
Yeah.
You're always so suspicious you didn't clock not to me, but okay.
Mm-hmm. We're checking in on the baby. Robby says, this baby looks great. Is that your professional opinion?
Really made me laugh, too. Yeah, it really got me.
Oh, my God.
Jodie, I already said it to you. Put that baby in Dr. Robby's arms. Put the glasses on. Pick up that baby.
Pause. I need to actually say what you said to me.
Oh, boy.
Because this really killed me. You said, they better put that baby in Robby's arms while my biological clock is still ticking.
Listen, I turned 40 in 10 days, 12 days. Time is running out. Put that baby in that man's arms while it still matters to me.
That is so funny. It's a very, very kind of perfect little looking baby, about a month old.
Yeah, this baby looks great.
The baby looks great. Okay. Mel is getting hit on by bike guy. Has no idea. Also, this is the worst way to pick someone up I think I've ever seen. Your hair's such a pretty color. Reminds me of my mom. She died when I was 9. She wore glasses like you too. Yikes.
Yeah.
Mel's reaction to boba is also beautiful here.
Yeah.
She doesn't drink coffee because she tries to avoid caffeine, but the way that Taylor Dearden, the way that she says, I love boba here.
It's so genuine. Face lights up. I was just going to say her whole face lights up.
Yeah. Same as when she sees Langdon.
Yeah, exactly. She's just
Langdon
delighted.
And boba. Just both delightful to her.
They also did not do a good enough job letting Mr. Digby wash himself off. It's like he said, he could have stayed in there all day. They could have
given him some conditioner.
Yeah, well, exactly. She says it's a miracle what a little soap water and human decency can do sometimes. And I'm like, true, but I don't know that you could have been more decent.
They don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, that's true.
She's got to quiz Emma about, if she ever killed a man in a bar fight. Mr. Williams is getting more agitated.
Mm-hmm.
He's asked what day it is, and he says it's Taco Tuesday, which...
Yeah, the way he answers those questions, do you know where you are, the slowest medical clinic in the West, what year, he won't answer. It was interesting to me because it felt to me like
they're not in the West, first of all.
Well,
but,
yeah. I guess if Pennsylvania, I guess it depends.
Yeah, west of New Jersey, maybe that's what he meant.
He probably has the same anchor point as we do, which is New Jersey. So then,
right.
For someone who, it seems like, it felt at first they were trying to hint that this injury was worse. He hit his head, he doesn't remember, blah, blah, blah. But the way he answers these questions, it felt to me like somebody who is used to not answering questions. Like, that maybe he knows there's something more going on with himself and is trying to hide it and is used to that.
Yeah. There's something else going on there that...
I don't think it's,
Not just the injury,
Yeah, I don't think it's an acute, sudden head injury.
No. But man, did I get nervous when he, almost kicked her in the head.
I know.
We get a couple more people coming into the ambulance bay. The wife of the guy who had the quick and painless death, which is really sad. Mm-hmm. This actor was in 15 episodes of Station 19. She's not just a random extra person, so we'll see.
We'll see.
But they found her wandering in traffic. She's supposed to have Alzheimer's. We have a guy who had a pallet fall onto his arm. Awful.
I am not squeamish. This kind of injury is, I know I've said so many things are my biggest fears, but top 5, bug in the ear, brain parasite. I'm sure I've said on this podcast because of Yellow Jackets, compound fracture, which is similar to an open dislocation. Yeah.
And then we get our last scene, which is where we end on quite a dramatic cliffhanger.
Yeah.
They're looking at the baby. We find out they got a CBC panel. They're looking at the paper, and Dr. Alashimi just freezes and glazes over.
And I think CBC's, I'm looking at it now, they
just
test
a blood
for all,
test.
And it tests for, I don't know that it gives you, it doesn't point to one specific
It could, but I
illness.
think that, what I saw the doctors of Reddit trying to figure out is every doctor that is at her level has seen nearly everything. So for her to freeze like that, it has to be something connected to her personally, some sort of past trauma. It's not that the baby is got some weird, crazy thing going on. It's that it's triggering something for her.
That makes sense.
Because they've seen babies with leukemia and HIV and all sorts of other disorders come in. They're not going to have that kind of reaction unless it's personal.
This episode went by so fast. I was not ready for it to be over.
I was convinced that it was shorter than the rest,
checked the runtime.
But it isn't.
Nope.
Yeah. And our outro song is by Yvonne Fair, American singer from the 60s and 70s. Great song. It's called Say Yeah, Yeah. The line that we hear the most is, I've been hurt, but I refuse to cry. So it's all right, what trauma are we going to find out with our new doctor, our new attending?
Very interesting.
What was the most notable for you about this episode? Either something we learned or something that we didn't find out about or someone we didn't see? What's the big takeaway for you?
Great question. I'm trying to think, other than that big cliffhanger, obviously. Mm-hmm. I think the big thing for me is that subtle but obvious shift with Robby towards something that is going on bigger than he's obviously wanting to communicate and deal with. And that's the thing that is sort of raising my blood pressure for him a little bit with how are these next 14 hours going to play out for him?
Yeah, I feel like the helmet on the backpack is a really bad sign.
Yeah, exactly. And what about for you?
Yeah. I think for me, it was a little bit less dramatic, maybe just the people we didn't see yet and how are we going to see them? So Dr. Abbott hasn't shown up yet. Mateo hasn't shown up yet. We do know they're both going to be in the show. So what's coming? And then also the Dr. Langdon and Louis, I think is going to be a sort of season long, probably pretty tough storyline. And I'm excited for Santos and Garcia.
I know.
Fun dynamic. She dropped a scalpel on her foot, and apparently that was what did it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's such a good point that suddenly...
next time I'm in the hospital, I'm going to just find a hot nurse or doctor and accidentally drop something on them, see if it works.
I'm so conflicted about it being the two of them. I think I'd be more interested in her and Dr. Mohan. They feel like a more interesting pairing and less problematic to me, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Honestly, though, it feels more realistic that it's Santos and Garcia because they're both very bullheaded and like cocky a little bit. And I think kind of immediately have sort of a back and forth that felt
That's true.
Really like real. Like the way they talked to each other was like game recognizes game kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Mohan is a bit sweeter and softer. Also noted that Dr. Bangs apparently no longer has her ankle monitor, so good for her. New hair, less jewelry.
Yeah.
Before we end, I just want to mention also that I found out that it's already been renewed for season 3.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
They announced it like already.
And we will see you back in
year.
January. Thank God.
I do love it as a January show. Yeah.
A January yearly. We are blessed.
I know. Wow. They've already said yes to the next one. It's good stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Very good stuff. I'm happy. We're back. I'm excited to keep watching every week. And I think that it doesn't seem like we're going to have another sort of mass casualty thing that drags people through, but it does seem like we're going to have maybe, and I watched the season preview, which is not really full of spoilers. It just shows that like there's a computer glitch that happens, like probably like a ransomware or something where like all the computers go down.
Interesting
that our new doctor has brought in these paper patient passports. Convenient.
Out of here though.
We're going to be here watching the Pitt, hanging out with Dr. Robby for a bit. So where can they find us in the meantime?
We are at WatchersPodNJ on Instagram, WatchersPodNJ at Gmail. You can give us a call. Again, like I said, nobody's calling us at 856-336-8986. You can also text that number. So if you don't want to leave a voicemail for whatever reason, I know I get nervous with that, even though it's not even, there's in no universe would one of us pick up this phone if it rings. It's not even set up that way, but you can text it too. So feel free to shoot us a text. Nice. Let us know what you're thinking about the Pitt. Let us know what other shows you're excited for in 2026.
Yeah. Industry is coming back this week, which is a show that you will never watch because it's not, I don't know why I'm watching it.
It's about one of those.
Yeah, it's about a bunch of young people working in finance in like London. It's really not my thing, but I don't know. It's well made and the guys on the watch love it. And it kind of, anything that I can like listen to the Ringer podcasts talk about, I kind of end up watching. So
I get that. Yeah. So then, give us a call or text us at 856-336-8986 and let Jodie know how you feel about industry.
Yeah. Yeah. Those finance folks. They can find me on Instagram at Jodie_Mim, Jodie. I can't spell my name. Jodie_MIM. And they can find you at
AQ Andrea Q.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, real quick, super quick. If you want to win a pair of AirPods for and a very cozy hoodie featuring a podcast called This Helps that I work on, and also a copy of the book that I told you guys last month that I really loved, Humor Me. It's out now. We're doing a giveaway over on the podcast I produce. Head over to @ThisHelpsPodcast on Instagram. It's super quick.
Nice.
Leave a comment, tag a friend, tell them what keeps you laughing. You can say it's me and Jodie who keep you laughing. I would love that. And you've got a great shot at winning a bundle with all of that stuff. 3 people are going to win the bundle minus the AirPods, and 1 lucky winner is also going to win the AirPods. Oh, and a mug. Yeah.
Put that sweatshirt on, and then you can do what?
Bang yourself in the head.
Get in the car.
And go to New Jersey.